Well, I've got a little sound comparison for you today. And this is well, they all special, I guess. But this one is extremely special because it is featuring my first soprano. Well, I mean, I had some sopranos when I very first started ukulele, trying them out, for a few weeks and passed them on. But this one, I'm planning on hanging around for a little bit. We'll see how that goes. See how it fares in the comparison. And well, of course, Blue Eing Ukuleles. Y'all heard me, rave about his ukuleles and everything. So, well, let's put his ukuleles where my mouth is and see if it can hold up to a Martin S.O. Soprano. All right. And now this is a Mexican-made Martin S.O. Soprano. That might matter to some people. You can see them there on the label. But ain't that just absolutely beautiful? Let me set this one down just for a second. And let me show you that. They're just absolutely amazing, ain't it? Huh? Look how beautiful and just such dense and pretty mahogany. I absolutely love the finish on these Martins. Absolutely love it. Just really nice mahogany all the way around. I'm really tickled about this. It's got the stock old friction tuners, which I'm a whole lot more tickled about those type of tuners than I am the plastic tuners on the modern ones. This oak is about 25 years old or a little older. They made these without fret dots. That's how I'm able to age it. It doesn't even have any side dots, not a one. No fret dots at all. They made them like that when they very first opened up the factory in Mexico and started producing the SOs. And they made them for a very short period of time, but I'm not sure how long. I've been trying to research that, exactly how many years they produced these with no frets. No fret markers. There are also some other changes, but I'm not exactly sure on what. But they stopped making them like this, and they switched to the S1 Soprano, made in Mexico. That's all the info that I've got right now that I'm comfortable enough, even sharing. Everything else is kind of speculation and stuff. But as I get more info on this hook, I'll try to update that. Anyways, I like rare ukuleles, things that you don't see every day. And anyways, let's see how my little Martin Soprano sounds. This has got Martin M600 strings on it. And before the Aquilla B Blacks on the Blue Eing, that was my favorite strings that I had tried on a soprano so far, was the Martin M600s. And that was on a Martin little Koa soprano that a friend sent me that I got to try out. Thank you very much. And I knew what this was pretty much going to sound like. Being mahogany than Koa, I knew there would be some difference. But anyways, of course, got this and sounded like a Martin soprano with a fluorocarbons. But anyways, I was really tickled with how it sounded and everything. All the way home. Well, when I got it home, I was playing it and all. And then I picked up the Blue Eing with those big blacks and playing it. And well, boy, I tell you, we'll just see what you think, okay? Martin M600 strings on Martin S.O. Soprano. All right, here we go. sounds like a Martin Soprano, loud, very loud little oop. Alright, now comparing it with the Blue Eing Ukuleles, alright, this is pretty much modeled after the Martin SO, as far as I can tell now. If I see something from James or he tells me something different, I'll comment that. But well, I mean, to me, I mean, look at the thing, I mean, it's pretty evident, at least to me, that there's a lot of inspiration in the Blue Eing Soprano from this Martin. And well, with these big blacks, with this had Martin M600s on it before I switching to the big blacks, and I think that might be wrong. If that's wrong, I'll put it in the description. Okay, try to correct myself. But anyways, it sounded good. I liked the sound of it. It sounded a whole lot like the Martin to me. Not quite as loud. The Martin, I think, is a little bit louder. Martin's got a little bit more overtones and things going on in there, I believe. It's not extremely as evident playing them side by side now because of these B black strings. Aquilla B blacks on this are just stunning. All right. I know you can hear the difference in just that open strings. I know you can. Aquilla B blacks are absolutely amazing, and not trying to take away anything from the Blue Eing Ukulele. It is amazing too. All right, right now, and this is no joke. I'm not just trying to build up Blue Eing Ukuleles. Okay, if I had to take the ook just like they are, okay, that was the best strings, best sound I could get on the Martin. And this was the best sound and best strings I could get on the Blue Eing. Hands down, I would pick this Blue Eing Ukulele over that Martin SO Soprano any day of the week. Any day of the week. And I am blown away by that. It's not even a comparison to me. And the tone, the playability, between the strings, I mean, I'm just so blown away by that. I feel almost silly, and we're even saying that. But, I mean, it's not even a head-to-head, and it's real close, and the Blue Eing edges out the Martin right now. Right now, to me, there's just no doubt. Picking, I mean, I love these strings on it just as soon as I put them on it, okay? But one thing I love to do is compare ukuleles, and I ain't had another soprano that I could, play and compare with this one. But boy, you can really tell the the difference in the tone and everything, and how easy to pick, and what I feel like is getting, you know, a really good sound out of the ukulele. I have to work a lot harder on that with the Martin M600s, and I had to, you know, the same thing when the Martin M600s was on this. I had to work a lot harder to, you know, to get, you know, what I felt was good tone out of it. You know, without the plinkiness that I feel, and it's not, you know, some plinkiness in the soprano is good. You know, that's what a soprano is supposed to have, some plinkiness to it. But being able to choose when you want that plinkiness and stuff, you know, was a big thing to me. You know what I mean? I don't want to just, you know, play plinky the whole time. You know, I like some long, drawn out, you know, bigger sounds. You know, the concerts, you know, like I said, I've always, you know, preferred bigger sound. If you put a concert, you know, right side by side with a tenor, you know, all the same, you know, I'm probably going to pick the sound of a tenor. I like bigger sound. My hands is what, you know, has dictated, you know, smaller ukuleles for me, but I've also grown to that sound, you know, more also. Stay tuned, because I wanted to get that sound sample of those strings on this Martin. I'm ripping them off here in just a second, and I'm putting some Aquilla B blacks on. And well, from my experience on putting them on 2 other ukuleles, they're going to take a couple of days to settle. And once those settle, I'm coming back for a head-to-head with the exact same strings of that Martin against this Blue Eing Ukuleles #3 Soprano. All right? And well, I tell you what, Blue Eing Ukuleles has just surprised the far out of me right now. Even if I change those strings and the Martin blows the Blue Eing away for me, okay? Which I think when I change these strings, I think the Martin is going to beat the Blue Eing #3. I think the Martin is just a little bit louder. This was the guy's 3rd ukulele he ever built, okay? The amount of increase, the amount, you know, that his quality has increased. And I'm not saying that this is bad in any way. There's nothing, fit and finish, you know, everything on this ukulele is just perfect, okay? There's nothing to say bad about it. But you can really tell the levels that he went up on his quality of ukulele from this one to the #5, okay? Now, I've only seen pictures. I haven't, you know, seen in person yet. That's a, you know, call out to the owners of the other Blue Eing ukuleles. You want a real comparison, we got to go in the same room, right? The levels that he went up on his quality of work and the things that he's doing, you know, to increase the sound and resonance and the overtones and things in the ukulele it's just beyond imaginable from #3 to #5. Okay, see, he's got all the way up to #10, I think. I know he's making 9 and 10 right now. All right, 7 and 8 are a tenor and concert pair with beautiful redwood tops. And you need to go on Ukulele Underground and check those things out if you haven't seen them. I mean, the looks are stunning, really, really stunning. I can, and I'm not, there's nothing at all wrong. You know, the Blue Eing #5 is not lacking in any way, but I can still tell that his level of build has increased exponentially, all right? From the #5 to the #7s and the #8. That #7 and #8, they're surpassing quality to me in pictures of Oli. I mean, they're, you know, this, you know, I compared with a Nui Greenbird, all right? High level ukulele, all right? Like I said, I'm just so impressed with where this fellers are going. If they don't just screw something up and start doing something stupid, you know, this guy could be the next more Beta. All right, he really could if he wanted to. If he keeps, you know, progressing, like, you know, learning and doing his thing, I mean, he's going to be a big time ook maker. And well, you know, hey, you know, I might have helped just a little bit, right? I was at least there at the beginning of it. So tune back in, and we'll see if we can have the exact same strings on these 2 ukuleles And well, let's see if Blue Eing Ukuleles can still, you know, still win out over my little Martin Soprano. If they do, I told the owner of this one, if this one beats my Martin after I put the B blacks on it, they're gonna have to sell me this ukulele. Plain and simple. They got two anyways, and they're getting a third one. I mean, how many do you need, right? Come on. Tune in. Let's find out which soprano is gonna be the taker of all. Right? Thank you.